Without any further ado, we welcome you all to the second public installment of Talk Time. We're here with Derek Stevens, guitarist of Creamsicle, and he's going to play guitar for a one-man band tonight. We're here with him tonight to talk about the intricacies of the weaving industry. What are your thoughts on that, Derek?
The weaving industry?
Yeah.
Don't they do that underwater sometimes?
Underwater basket weaving.
How many oranges do you think you could eat in one day?
0. I hate oranges.
No, like if someone had a gun to your head, I'm sure you could eat more oranges than 0.
I could probably do at least 15.
15 oranges? That's pathetic.
Oh.
That's pathetic. I
would be eating them and I'd be like,
Do you think you'd throw up?
No, it would be like eating sweet sour candy, you know, how you're just like for every single bite.
Sweet sour candy, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not talking about
It's been
orange.
a long time since I've eaten an orange.
A long time?
Yeah.
Like how long?
Since I was a kid, at least.
Since you were a kid?
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so this is actually a pretty funny story. One time, my parents gave me an orange, and I was like, oh, this looks cool to eat, and I stuck the whole fucking peel in my mouth. I did not like it, but...
You fucked the peel?
Yes, I did. But I just kept it in my mouth for like 5 hours, and we went on a drive, and after the drive was done...
This is a true story?
Yes, this is a true story. We got out, and I was like, hey... Can I like throw this away or something? And my parents were like, "What the fuck? Why has that been in your mouth this whole time?"
My friend said that when he was in elementary school, he like I think he got like dirt on his tongue or something, and so he started like creating saliva, and like he didn't want to swallow the saliva because it worried him, the fact that he had dirt on his tongue. And so for like an hour, he just was like building up saliva in his mouth. Oh. And then he like spit it out on his desk.
Oh, in like class?
Yeah, and his teacher thought that he threw up. And he like had to go home, and it was super embarrassing. And then he told his mom, and they got him like a mental disability test. Cause
Are you on the spectrum?
Yeah. So only 15 oranges?
Yeah, let's go with 15.
You have
Final
24 hours, you only eat 15 oranges?
Yeah.
That's not even 1 orange per hour.
No, it's
You
not.
would get hungry.
No, I wouldn't.
How do you feel about capital punishment?
Depends on the case. But like in general... maybe like pedophiles, sure, but other than that,
you've thought a lot about this, haven't you?
I've been in more than one debate about
pedophiles and getting capital punishment.
With a pedophile?
Yeah.
You debated a pedophile about capital punishment?
No. Just like capital punishment for a pedophile. I think that's really the only way I would be able to justify it. But like,
you were debating whether you should give capital punishment to a pedophile.
Yes.
With a pedophile.
Not with a pedophile. It's just like a class.
Without a pedophile.
Like a class debate.
What was this class on? Pedophilia?
It was social, not like social studies, but like it was like social debate class or some shit like that. And that was the one debate I joined in on, and I was like,
the pedophile debate.
The capital punishment debate, yes.
Got it.
Was there a pedophile there to mediate?
Not that I know of. Maybe the teacher.
So the teacher steered the conversation towards...
And he was like, oh, God, I'm in trouble now. They found me out.
Yeah. So that's the only person that you think should get capital punishment?
Like pedophiles, yeah.
What about, like, people who commit war crimes?
True. What if you massacre a big group of children?
A big group of children? How big are we talking?
14 plus.
That's almost 15. 15 oranges.
Yes. Full circle.
Full circle. Yeah, sure.
What about people who overthrow the government and institute laws that make it so that nobody can eat food? Should they get capital punishment?
No, that's the law.
But should they get capital punishment from a law that's bigger than the law of that country?
Well, if they're their own country, that's their law. You can't capital punish them for having their own laws.
Well, like, what if the UN capital punished them? Do you think the UN should be able to capital punish that kind of leader?
And how do you know they're not pedophiles?
Ooh, now that we brought the pedophiles in, they definitely do.
Okay. And what about people who jaywalk? Don't you think they should get capital punishment?
That's true.
Maybe chop off their legs, but
You know, that's a really common sense plan. Like, someone jaywalks, you chop off their legs so they can never jaywalk
Like
again.
if you steal, cut off your hand.
Can you describe the voice in your head?
The voice in my head just told me no.
Yeah, the voice. What does it sound like?
Probably
like, is it
my voice, but like sexier.
Huh, interesting. It's not like a big hairy person who
like Donkey Kong
has never left their
No,
bedroom.
there's no one in my head going woo 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 banana.
Sexy Donkey Kong.
Maybe a sexy Donkey Kong, yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe a sexy Mario.
What would you do if one day you woke up and the voice in your head sounded like a little girl and it was telling you to take steroids? What would you do?
Steroids?
Yeah. To like beef yourself
Well,
up.
that's
Get
the
really
new
beefy.
voice in my head, so like, yeah, let's do it.
Do you do everything the
void
voice
up.
in your head says?
What if the voice in your head was Donkey Kong and it told you to eat more than 15 oranges? What would you do?
Oh, if it was telling me to eat more than 15 bananas.
Oranges.
Oranges.
I couldn't follow through with that.
Then what would you do?
I'd get Donkey Kong out of my head somehow. I tell you what.
How would you do it?
Think happy thoughts. Probably.
But wouldn't those happy thoughts come from Donkey Kong?
Oh, geez. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'd probably go to an arcade and play like the original Donkey Kong so I can overthrow him. That would signify.
I think it would make him more powerful.
No, because he falls off the tower. So why wouldn't he fall out of my head?
Can you elaborate on that?
Well, have you ever played Donkey Kong?
I have.
Okay, so you know when you beat the game and he like falls down?
Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't that work in my head?
Where does he go?
On the ground.
No, but like the voice in your head, where does it go?
Just out into the universe for someone else to get the voice of Donkey Kong in their head.
He leaves through your mouth.
Oh,
Do you
feel sorry for that
believe
person.
in dinosaurs?
Like they exist?
Like, do you believe in them?
I believe they can follow their dreams, yes.
Do you have the utmost trust in dinosaurs to do everything that they wish?
If I was to do a trust fall with a dinosaur, I'd trust them, yes.
Really?
Yeah. Unless it was like...
All the dinosaurs are dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
you probably
damn.
wouldn't get caught.
They're bones, man. The bones can't move. How insensitive of you.
Dinosaurs.
There are relatives of dinosaurs that are incensed right now in our comment section because you just said that you would do a trust fall on a dinosaur, which is a dead body. What if I said that I was gonna do a trust fall on your dead relatives?
It'd be a soft landing.
I suppose so. I suppose so.
It would be more comfortable than falling on dinosaur bones.
True. I'm with that.
Can you elaborate on that?
Well, like... I guess it depends how fresh the dead relative is.
Well,
'Cause-
do you have a way to measure how fresh a dead relative is?
Oh, wow. That just came from out of nowhere, folks.
Do you have any way to measure how fresh a dead relative is? Like, what are the levels of freshness for dead relatives?
Like a day old, a week old, a month old, and then dirt.
Do you ever think that relatives might not become less fresh at like different rates?
Question?
A question for me?
Yeah, sure.
For Derek?
What's your name again?
Derek?
What does it mean?
It means it's my name.
What does Derek mean?
Yeah.
What does
What does Derek mean?
Who is Derek?
I am Derek. It means someone who has curly hair and blue eyes and a big ass nose.
But like, haven't you ever heard like names have meanings? Like
I don't follow astrology much now.
But this isn't
This
astrology.
one's astronomy.
This is etymology.
Oh yeah, no, I don't follow that.
Where does the name Derek come from?
It's probably like Irish or Scottish or something like that.
Do you like that?
Sure.
Why?
Because I'm white.
You like that you're white.
Definitely.
That's pretty freaking racist.
So
man.
why do
is
you like
pretty
your,
racist.
why do you like your name so much?
Because it's my name. It's mine. No one else has it. Everyone else
Someone
named Derek?
does.
No, that's not theirs. That's mine.
So like, imagine scientists created an aging machine, and a mad scientist used it on the entire world. What would be your first move? How would you save the world?
It was an aging machine?
Yeah,
So it made everyone old?
Yeah, like even
Why would I want to
babies.
stop that?
It made babies like 90 years old, and it made like 90-year-olds like 180 years old, and they're just like in misery and pain. Like, and you would probably be like 100 years old.
Well,
But
if I was 100 years old, how would I stop it?
I'm asking, how would you stop it?
I'd probably get out my cane and be like, "Hey there, Sonny, stop it."
Who would you say that to?
The mad scientist, obviously.
But would you know the mad scientist?
No, probably
How are
not.
you gonna find the mad scientist?
Well, my hands would probably be too old and wrinkly to like search the internet.
Huh.
Right.
So I probably wouldn't be able to look up what scientists have been looking into aging machines. There'd probably be like a big laser in the sky that was shooting out and making everyone old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe,
probably.
maybe.
If that was a thing, I'd probably slowly make my way out there with my cane or wheelchair.
You know what I would do?
Yeah.
I would find the babies that turned into like 80-year-olds or 90-year-olds or whatever, and I would train them to speak, and then I would explain I would like train them. I would like try to train them to do all the things that I couldn't do to save
I feel
the
like
world.
that'd take a couple of years.
Build an army.
Yeah, build an
Of
army.
90-year-old babies.
Yeah, with 90-year-olds with the minds of babies.
So they don't gain intelligence of older creatures.
No, they're just
No.
babies
physical
and-
form.
Yeah, just the physical forms. They just age like really far, you know?
So do they have the same size brain?
No, or they have the same size brain as
But it's not as
them.
developed.
No, it's developed,
But like,
but there's just not as much information in it.
Yeah, it just doesn't have as many connections, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But brains do grow very slowly from the point when you're a baby. So my question is, are the former babies in 90-year-old bodies gonna have really little brains in their big heads?
If you could ever own a country, how would you run it?
I'd use capital punishment on all the pedophiles.
Oh, that's a good start.
Make sure every kid was forced to take like a art class or music class. Make that a thing in schools.
Yeah.
Um,
So they could draw pictures of all the pedophiles dying
yeah, absolutely.
slow, painful deaths.
That's the new form of art.
Yes. What
You
else?
can make
would-
that the currency too.
the
Of
Dying
pictures.
pedophile pictures.
Yes.
Huh. Interesting. I like that. What else? How else would you run this country?
What would you do about the economy?
I'd outlaw jaywalkers too.
You like outlaw them as people?
Yeah, you'd have to cut off their legs.
Okay. Okay.
What do you do with the legs?
You give them to people who lost their legs.
Man, that would be a really great incentive for people who lost their legs to come to your country.
Yeah.
You would have a whole workforce of legless people who just got new legs.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that?
Well, we'd have a whole research and development team searching like blood transfusions and for legs, and then we'd have a whole separate like immigration unit searching for people across the world who are legless.
Who is your least favorite person?
In the world?
Are they dead or alive?
It's me.
Really?
Yes.
That's really sad, man.
Would you rather drown in soup or liquid chocolate?
Chocolate.
Why?
Because at least I could... Well... I'd enjoy eating the chocolate more than soup as I'm drowning.
Fair.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of eating going on.
Well, like when you're drowning, you're trying to breathe for air, so you just be sucking in chocolate, and I think that'd be better to taste than soup when you're dying.
So when we wrote this question, I really thought about it for a second, and I feel like it depends on the kind of soup that you're drowning in.
Yeah, because if it's like clam chowder or chicken noodle soup,
you think that's
if you're drowning in like chicken noodle soup, you'd have like a noodle go down, and then that'd just make you choke more.
True.
Yeah.
I would drown in minestrone before I drown in liquid chocolate.
What about like cream mushroom?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I would drown in miso soup. I think that would be the soup I choose to drown in.
What about chocolate?
Huh?
If you could choose what
Fuck
kind of
chocolate.
You would fuck the chocolate?
as you're drowning?
What is fuck chocolate?
It's this really great new flavor of chocolate.
Is it like an orgasm in your mouth?
That is really obscene, and I am not even going to think about it. So basically, fuck chocolate. It comes from the reason of fuck that is between Tibet and Russia, and it has like little bug parts in it, and the bug parts make it. It's PHUCKEBLFG Oh, but those letters, the ones after PHUCK, are silent.
I thought it would be PHOCK because we have pho.
No,
that's kind of like
a similar region.
Yeah.
That would be fuck chocolate. You're right.
What is the best toothpaste flavor and why?
There's different kinds of toothpaste.
What's
flavors.
the weirdest sexy dream you've ever had?
The weirdest sexy dream? Ooh, I feel like I have too many of those.
What's the weirdest one?
Probably with my dad.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I was sucking on his nips, and and some milk came out, and I woke up with a very wet bed.
Wow. What's the most unspeakable thing you could do with the Q-tip?
Do you guys hear that?
What?
Oh, there's something vibrating. My bad. The weirdest thing you could do with a Q-tip. Never mind, I can't say it.
It is unspeakable.
That was going to be very unspeakable.
Yeah.
You can speak it.
No,
Do
it's
I
unspeakable.
have permission?
Man. It's not the most unspeakable if he can speak it.
So
I think he
not
just
speaking for me,
Got it.
because I don't have this problem.
What could anybody do?
But like, you could use it to peel the foreskin back and get in all that cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
Or do I need to elaborate?
That was pretty unspeakable.
Or do I need to elaborate?
Cheese.
The cheese.
And the fuck chocolate.
And with the chicken noodle soup. Yeah.
Yeah.